All right. Hey, welcome back, guys. All right, let's go ahead and jump on in. We are going to take a look at the topic of love, particularly like on this full moon. Sometimes this will bring up um, messages or things that previously had been tucked away or hidden or in the subconscious. Ace of Swords. Okay, there's a truth or a truthful statement that somebody would like to make or a message that somebody would like to bring forth. Um, this could be somebody who wants to say, the answer to something or reveal something. Now, this could also be somebody who wants to say, I'd like to end this. I mean, the Ace of Swords can be a card that is used to cut something off. Hi, everyone. Great to see you all tonight. We got a 10 of Cups. It is sideways. This is starting to look like somebody is either coming to the conclusion or wants to talk about, I'm not sure that you want the 10 of Cups with me, or I want to leave because I want to leave for my 10 of Cups. I want to go someplace else. Hang on. This could still go in a lot of different ways. Or this is somebody wanting to say, in this case, this is like somebody praying and hoping that the answer will be yes. This can be a card of marriage. It's just the Ace of Swords is truth, or it's a card that cuts things free. And because our next card is the sideways energy of, I hope you love me too, or it's, I'm leaving because I want to go someplace else for my happiness and you should be happy elsewhere too. And I hope that you understand. I still am really split 50-50. Is this somebody leaving for love, or is this somebody staying for love and hoping that they can get another person to love them back? Tree of Life. This is definitely, at the end of the day, this is about love. It's about bonds. It's about building a relationship with somebody that a character wants to have long-term romance and success with. Okay, we definitely can see that here. Page of Wands, even though this is like the first conversation about this, with the Page of Wands, we see the Four of Wands back there. We see all four wands behind this character. This is really loving. This is really a strong desire to have this kind of joy and this kind of relationship. But it feels like somebody wants to broach the subject that I really think that this could be a long-term relationship. I really think that's what this could be. We have an Ace of Pentacles upright as well. Ace of Pentacles is new beginnings. Okay, so it's starting to look like we have somebody wanting to come forward to say, I don't know how you feel, but I hope and pray that you feel the same way, that you would still want this with me. I want to offer something serious, something significant. Could we have a new beginning? Okay, so we definitely have a person who wants this new beginning. They want this new energy in their life. They would like to connect. We got the Seven of Wands and we got the Knight of Pentacles. They expect pushback, or they expect a rejection, or they expect maybe this won't work. With this Knight of Coins moving forward, though, it's like they're going to go ahead, and if their answer is no, they're going to ask again. They're going to slowly try to wear this person down. I don't know if this is a Taurus. Could be an individual that's older. They could be bold. They could be somebody that is like, I don't even think I can walk away from this, even if they say that they don't want to have a new beginning with me. I got to try to keep fighting for this. No matter what it takes, I got to try to keep fighting for this. Looks like there's a strong desire to have love. We have a Nine of Pentacles. We have an Eight of Pentacles. This desire to have success, this desire to have love, this desire to, I think that they're asking a single feminine who's very calm and very much in like her best energy. They seem to be saying, but could we work on this together? So I'm going to say it's a divine masculine who is really persuasive, or wants to be very persuasive, this could be a very well-written letter, a very well-phrased argument. It almost feels like somebody's coming in to be like a lawyer, like, let me plead my case, let me lay out, what I'm hoping for, the message that I'd like to display to you, the way I'd like to connect to you, the way I'd like to lay it out and say, I really think we'd be good together. I really want this long term. I'd like a new beginning. Now, the one that's the stickler point. Why does it come across as the Ace of Pentacles? Is this somebody who's trying to get a second chance and they're like, I could make you happy now. I know that this could work. We've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Knight of Swords in the reverse is, I do think that this person didn't pursue a serious commitment in the past. Maybe they went out with her and then that was it. Now they're back. Because this says, I didn't try to push for anything. I didn't even pursue. I definitely wasn't, like swiftly saying anything. This could be somebody that she dated a year ago, once or twice, never heard from again. And now they're like, hey, I'm back. We got the Knight of Pentacles. That's maybe why they're saying, I know it would take time for me to prove that really I am steady and, I'm really here for the long haul this time. And I'm wanting to like really put in effort and work at building a connection. That would make sense why we have that Knight of Pentacles coming out twice. They expect that they would have to put in some effort and some work, maybe to even get her to consider them or to get her to, think about them. We have the Magician upright. Magician upright. It kind of looks like she's wanted this to come around this way. She's like some secret part of herself anyway has manifested, like if they ever came back around and were serious, that would be awesome. I do think that she wants or has wanted exactly this to play out. Are they aware of that at all? Hang on. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. No, I don't think that her manifesting was like somehow energetically like reeling them in or anything like that. I feel like it simply is now the right time for them. I don't think that they've been, like, oh man, I got to get back to her. I feel so guilty that I haven't. I feel like they're just now ready. There's something about the way their life is now, the seriousness that they have now, the energy that they can devote to this now, and the readiness that they have at this point to be in a long-term serious connection and pour all their energy. This person is not dating for kicks. This person is like, I want to date for a long-term connection. I'm thinking, to me, that indicates that once upon a time, there was like very immature energy, or it was like, I'm just barely dating. I'm not intending on, being a serious commitment. I think that's how it was in the past, but let's check. In the past, what was this connection like? Five of Cups. They might have still been heartbroken over some other, aspect of their life. They might have still been getting over somebody else. Maybe they met her, but they weren't really ready to date anybody because they were still heartbroken over someone else. Because we do have champagne and 2 glasses on the table. It looks like a romantic picnic. So he could have been brokenhearted over some other lover at the time that he met her, maybe even went out on a date with her. And even if she was wonderful, it's like, yeah, but see, I don't have my mojo back yet. We got the 6 of Wands sideways and we got the 4 of Pentacles. They were so not ready to like show up, give to her, be a partner, because they were still, I almost feel more like their energy was so much more depleted back then. They just were not in a place where they could have given to anybody. Maybe they didn't feel very special. They didn't feel very powerful. They really kind of wanted to sit and sulk for a while. I don't mean to sound so rude. It's like we all have to, sit and maybe chew on stuff and feel, like the sting of rejection and feel crappy and feel like I'm not even good enough. This new person's not going to want me either because the old person didn't. It really feels like they were more down on themselves than they were pining for this love that didn't want them. But that's who they were when they met this individual that they now are like so serious about. What is it that makes you oh so serious about her now? What is that about? Wheel of Fortune upright. Wheel of Fortune upright is them perhaps moving forward with this desire now, now that everything has changed, now that time has passed, now that new energy has like opened up their eyes, they are in a different head and heart space at this point. Enough time has passed that they're truly healed. But why do you want her? Okay, so I'm straight up fishing for compliments on her behalf right now. Five of Pentacles, Justice card. They feel like they did her dirty. They feel like they blew this. They maybe disrespected her. They treated her like crap. They hurt her, is the way they feel. That's not enough of a reason, though, to want her. You don't come back and be like, okay, I didn't treat her good before. I didn't really see her because I was too focused on my own wounds. So now I should come back. You know, you don't come back out of obligation and then pretend that you want to marry somebody. You need to be in love with her, or there's got to be a reason that you see her as like, could we date again? I'm really serious this time. Let me prove it. I really am looking for long term. I would say he better not be giving lip service about how serious he is if it's just to like make her feel special. You know what I mean? This is kind of like in a little bit of a weird energy on this. We have the Hermit. We have the Knight of Swords. They've had a lot of time to think about her. A lot of time to think about her. And remember, they were the Knight of Swords in the reverse once upon a time. They didn't move toward her really at all. I'm guessing that they're in all this time, because the Hermit is like that silent journey that they've been on. They have realized that maybe they let a really great person slip away and they want to make up for lost time. Not only did they let a great person slip away, they didn't pursue her. And on top of it, they kind of like insulted her or treated her poorly. Six of Swords. It keeps saying that they just want so badly to make things right. They have a lot on their conscience about how they treated her. But I still don't get it. Are you in love with her? Are you attracted to her? Like, why do you want her? If it's just to alleviate your conscience. We have the Chariot sideways. I don't know. I'm not digging this, to be honest. I don't know that it feels like this is a good enough reason. This feels kind of dispassionate to me. I feel like I should move toward her. It almost feels like she's like first on their list of stops to make and then see what happens. Seven of Wands, Nine of Swords. I'm so sorry, but it feels like this is somebody who wants to restore their reputation. Like, I don't want to be known as a person that goes around and hurts people. But this feels like you're doing this for you. You're coming back in and kind of like even going to mess with her mind and be like, I'm really serious. I'd like to date you now, for a serious reason and see what we build. I think I'd like to have a 10 of Cups. This person, it feels like it's all about them, which doesn't feel much better than who they were before. I don't dig it. I do not dig it at all. 10 of Wands. I think that this is about them. I want to lay down my shame or embarrassment that I maybe didn't behave so great in the past. I was still brokenhearted over somebody else. Maybe I went out with her and then disappeared on her or something. And I really want to get that off my chest by coming in, redating her, and then being able to lay down my burdens. Like, see, I set the course right. See, now I was respectful. But I don't see you coming in because you love her, want her. I don't like this character. I said it. I don't like them. Two of Swords. Well, she might not like them either. This is her sitting here going, I don't see them coming back, but if they did, I wouldn't want to talk to them. Okay, so I'm going to say this. I believe that this character's persona, based off of their past actions, it doesn't make them a villain, okay? But in her mind, it's like, I don't want them back. Remember, she's single and abundant and quite happy and content. She's stroking the little dove. She's like in a really good place. But we did say she might have manifested, like if they ever did come back around, maybe to make peace, that would be great. Maybe I got that wrong. Maybe she wasn't manifesting them. Maybe she was just manifesting her peace and the next chapter in her life. And then they're, slipping in the side door. Because this says she doesn't actually want to start over with them. The moon. And this is the full moon message, but for her, this moon message is maybe she wouldn't realize this until they show back up, that she's going to be very disinterested in this offer from them and be like, yeah, I don't want that. I'm not interested in them. She could be surprised to discover it doesn't ring true. Knight of Wands. I think she feels like they are somebody who is insincere. And they may be quite arrogant, and they might be somebody. Remember, it looked like this was more about them wanting to not be dubbed the bad guy. So they're coming back around to say, see, I really am a great person because I felt this guilt that I treated you bad. So now I need you to like me and even be attracted to me. But I just think this person is a little hollow. As much as we saw them here with this, oh, I hope and pray that they'll take me serious. But the only reason they want her to take them serious is so they can alleviate their conscience, so they don't look like their reputation as being the good guy has been sullied. Well, honey, you're not a good guy. I'm sorry. There's that song by Madeline Bailey. I think it's called Welcome to My Life. It plays out just like a true crime is the title of it. And in it, there's this line that says, but if you have to say it, then you're probably not a good guy. It feels like that's what this person wants to walk around and be like, I'm a good guy or good gal or whatever. And it's like, if you've got to say that to people, that might not be true. She really doesn't want anything to do with them with this Five of Swords. In fact, she's like, if they show up on my door, I'm literally going to close the door again. I don't want this. This has taken a very interesting twist that I did not see coming. Maybe because the moon is here, maybe she didn't see it coming either. Sometimes we don't even know that we would be annoyed by something showing back up in our lives because she's moved on, she's calm, she's fine. But then if they do show back up, it looks like she'll be surprised that she wants nothing to do with it. What does that mean for them? If they are ready to come forward to her and she doesn't want any part of it, what it does for them, interestingly enough, oh my God, I'm sorry for all these weird plot twists, but that's when they go, oh my God, I'm missing out on the love of my life. She was so loving. Oh God, I just lost this beautiful Queen of Cups. Now they see her the way I was expecting them to have seen her when they were first trying to approach her. Now that she wants nothing to do with them, sincerely, now they're like, oh my God, she's like the sweetest, most loving. She was so good to me. She's the person I would most want in my life. God, I just love that Queen of Cups. But that was not their motive for coming toward her. It's weird how they never fully valued her and what she gave to them before, but they just didn't like being the bad guy. Now they actually think she's wonderful now that she doesn't want them. And there isn't a way to backtrack and fix this. Eight of Wands. Okay, they may try another approach to talk to her. But wait, you don't understand. See, I'm really attracted to you now. The Lovers. See, really, you should want me. I really am great. Maybe I can get you to pick me. I feel like this person they want what they can't have. And if they can have it, they're not going to treat it very good. And if it's all about them at the end of the day, I'm so glad that it does not look like these two are getting back together. It's just, this has definitely been some windy, twisty, turny in this storyline, right? I did not expect this. And the King of Wands sideways. This might be who they are at the end of the day. There's somebody who does have a real selfish streak. There's somebody who cares more about image than about sincerity. Their heart wants things when it's like, but I want to possess that, instead of like, this is an amazing person that I want to treat well. This somebody is they're halfway's karmic. Maybe they put too much focus on just themselves and what they want and how they look and how things make them look. And, this could be somebody who just, okay, so I know it's weird and specific, but they could be the kind of person who has a collection of things that they like to show to other people that are like rare, out of print, hard to find. They're not a music lover, but they want the rare, hard to find, out of print items, not even because of the value of the item, but because other people couldn't get their hands on it, but they did. And I feel like that's they don't have a passion for the things that they collect. They have a passion for having things that other people can't have. I don't know if I've explained that very well, but that's what came to mind, as somebody who's like, they bring friends over just so they can open up their cigar case and be like, see, this is, like, this was the last one made. I have this, I own this. But it's not even because they like are a cigar connoisseur. Not really. It's to show off what they've got. I'm sorry that this feels like somebody who needs to get more in their heart space and figure out why they want things and love things for the right reason. And I feel like that is the energy of, them finally, like, maybe she figured this out about them. They got a lot of growing still to do. 7 of Pentacles. It might be some time before they start to mature. This person could be quite a mature age, but still very immature. Everything here was contradicting in this story, from what I could tell. They were a massive contradiction. I want this. I'm going to fight for this. I want this long term. Kind of, I think, maybe, really, I just don't want to feel guilty. This was a tough one to tell the story of, because it really didn't have them in love with her until now they can't have her love. I'm glad that this is not a union that is coming together, and I'm glad that it says she was wise enough not to get reinvested or re-involved with them after all, because I think that this wasn't one that was supposed to be a reinvestment, but this is an eye-opening one. All right, I'm going to leave this here. 11 to 8. You are so adorable. Yes. Oh my gosh. Cataclysmic Awakening. You are channeling Taylor Swift. That is a perfect song for that. Hi, Ginger, Anthony Richmond, Danielle. Great to see everybody. Carol, Tammy Johnson. Awesome to see you, love. Brenda Ann. Caitlin V. Hi. Travis Rhodes, Dwayne Anderson, Raphael. Hi, Nick. Hi, Mon. Miss Moody, Michelle Ursula. Good morning to you in South Africa, dear. Gabriella Ramondo, Katie. Shout out to you in Australia, darling. You're so sweet. AC, hi, honey. Hi, Shay. Christy Peruso, buongiorno, darling. Shout out to you in Italy. Lulu, Neandria Rini. RT, my pleasure, love. T-Baby, thank you. Hi, Lori. Violet, Kins, Brenda Ann. All right, you guys have a wonderful evening. Bye for right now.